Hello dear students. In the last session we were discussing about adolescence and puberty. What are the features of adolescence? What are the characteristic features of adolescence? What is adolescence? What is puberty? Such things we discussed in the last sessions. About WHO's views on adolescence and about the major signs of puberty. Then physical changes in boys and girls during adolescence. About cognitive development during the changes that are developing during adolescent period, that is cognitive development, emotional changes, changes in body image, changes in attitudes, interest and interpersonal relationships, identity crisis among adolescents. Now in this session we will be discussing about adolescents' health risk. So, more than 1.1 million adolescents aged 10 to 19 years died in 2016. This is a statistical analysis given by WHO, World Health Organization, in 2016, based on the statistical analysis available in 2016. So, more than 1.1 million adolescents aged 10 to 19 years died in 2016. And over 3,000 every day, mostly from preventable or treatable causes. Most of these deaths are from preventable or treatable causes. Road traffic injuries were the leading cause of death among adolescents in 2016. And other major causes of adolescents' death include suicide, interpersonal violence, HIV or AIDS, and diarrheal diseases. And half of all mental health disorders in adulthood start by age 14. Means the mental health disorders that we see in adults that start in the adolescent period because of various causes. There may be various causes behind it. Some genetic or some environmental factors or other health issues, etc. Some diseases, contracting certain diseases. So half of the mental disorders that we find in adulthood that start by the age of 14, or it starts in the adolescent period. And most cases when they start in the adolescent period, that is undetected and untreated, and that will continue to the adult age. It will progress when the person reaches the adult stage. Globally, there are 44 births per 1,000 to girls aged 15 to 19 per year. That is another health issue. That is another thing which is causing, another factor which is causing health issues to adolescent girls. The physical and psychological characteristics of adolescents and the nature of developmental tasks which they are expected to perform often pose certain challenges and problems for adjustment. The most important adolescent health issues include the first one, injuries. Then there is morphological developmental problems. There is mental health problems, substance abuse, tobacco use, violence, nutritional disorders, eating disorders, again connected to nutritional disorders, physical activity, certain problems in physical activity, sexual and reproductive health issues, sexually transmitted diseases, again another challenge faced by adolescents, educational problems, so these are the several health issues faced by adolescents. Educational problems, issues that ultimately what affect the health of the adolescent. So that is also connected to health issues. So we'll discuss the first one. That is injuries. So unintentional injuries are the leading cause of death and disability among adolescents. This data is based on World Health Organization about injuries. The WHO considers injuries as one of the major health issues faced by adolescents. In 2016, over 135,000 adolescents died as a result of road traffic accidents. Many of those who died were vulnerable road users, including pedestrians, cyclists, or users of motorized two-wheelers. And in many countries, road safety laws need to be made more comprehensive, and enforcement of such laws need to be strengthened. Furthermore, young drivers need advice on driving safely. While rules that prohibit driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs need to be strictly enforced among all age groups, and more laws are to be enforced to prevent the adolescents from falling into accidents or falling into injuries. Then another major cause for the injury is drowning. Drowning is also among the top 10 causes of death among adolescents. Nearly 50,000 adolescents, over two-thirds of them boys, were estimated to have drowned in 2016. These are all data provided by World Health Organization. Then about the morphological and developmental problems faced by adolescents. Most physical changes in both boys and girls occur during this change that we discussed earlier. Because the puberty starts, adolescence starts with puberty itself, and puberty is the physical change that is occurring in the body because of the under the influence of hormones. Hormonal secretion increases, and that will bring about these changes, physical changes in the body. Secondary sexual characters are formed in the body. So most physical changes in both boys and girls occur during this stage, and this includes growth of hair in private parts as well as all over the body, growth of other body parts, menstruation for the girls, then the other secondary sexual features in the body. And besides the normal changes in the body related to puberty, other type of developmental problems may be faced. So such physical change in the body that is happening during this adolescence, that may be a bit disturbing for certain adolescents. They may not be able to accept, or some may be more concerned with the physical changes that is occurring in the body. So associated to such physical changes, there are certain other problems faced by adolescents like overgrowth of hair or undergrowth of hair, overweight and underweight, skin color problems, facial deformities, pimples, abnormal growth of genitals and breasts. So the adolescents need to be well informed, and they should be provided enough knowledge about the changes that is occurring in the body. And these are all are based on one factor which is controlling the production, controlling the formation of the secondary sexual characters is the genetics, the gene which control the phenotypical characters in the body. So according to our genes, our secondary sexual characters are formed. So the scientific data regarding the formation of secondary sexual characters should be provided to the adolescents, or adolescents should access such data, and they need to understand the scientific background behind the formation of secondary sexual characters or the changes which is occurring in their body. Then they will be able to adjust with the changes that is occurring in the body. The next is mental health issues. Psychologically, adolescence is such a vulnerable stage that girls of this age are easily carried away by. They are easily. They means this it is such a vulnerable stage that boys and girls of this age, they are easily carried away by certain conceptions or certain influence, that is perceptions generated by misleading and misguiding parents, teachers, friends, brothers, sisters. So not always the parents, teachers, friends or brothers and sisters may be correct. What their views may not be correct all the time. Sometimes they may be misleading also. There may be such cases, means such parents or such teachers or such friends or such brothers and sisters who are misleading or misguiding the adolescents. So this does not happen always. There may be cases. There are chances. Then ignorance by the elders, that is another thing which lead to mental health issues. Then wrongful messages depicted through TV serials, advertisements, films. Then publications carrying partially or fully false informations. So the adolescents should find ways to access true informations regarding the changes that is occurring in the adolescent period. Then ignorance about many basic facts lead to psychological problems like misconceptions about sexual feelings and sex related issues, misconceptions about childbirth and reproduction, misconceptions about coitus and menstrual cycles, fear about sex and sexual issues, guilt feeling about sex related issues. This is because many of the these adolescents, they are ignorant about many of the uh, changes or many of the scientific background behind the changes which is occurring in the body, or they are ignorant about the um, various reproductive uh, background. This is because many of the adolescents are ignorant about childbirth, about reproduction, about this what this contraceptive methods. So that may lead to several psychological problems in the adolescents. Then inferiority superiority complex about skin color, beauty, mental ability and IQ, inexplicable perceptions about dress and fashion codes, wrong and unrealistic ideologies about friendship and courtship, perceptual or communicational or preconceived complications about their teachers and parents, attraction towards opposite sex, unrealistic and illogical curiosity about sex and sex related issues. So such problems may happen in adolescents, and adolescents need to find ways, or they need to contact persons, elders or other persons from whom they can find help, or from whom they can get advice on these matters. And one thing we need to keep in mind is that we should not approach such persons who are misleading or misguiding. Then owing to such mental stress, symptoms of depression occurs in adolescents, such as sad and unhappy appearance, apathy and withdrawal, feeling dejected and unloved, difficulty in sleeping. And depression is one of the leading causes of illness and disability among adolescents. And suicide is the second leading cause of death in adolescents. Then violence, poverty, humiliation and feeling devalued can increase the risk of developing mental health problems. And one thing the adolescents can do is building life skills. Building life skills, others can also help to build life skills from childhood onwards. Elders should help to build life skills in the children. So when they reach adolescent period, they will be able to well manage this stress or these changes which is occurring in them. Building life skills in children and adolescents and providing them with psychosocial support in schools and colleges and other community settings can help promote good mental health. On observing such symptoms, family and school environment of the boy girl should be evaluated to identify the cause of stress, and effort should be made to remove it. So others also should help adolescents to come out of this mental issues. That is, others should help them to identify the cause of stress and should give sufficient advice to come out of that stress. Enhancing social skills, problem solving skills, and self confidence can help prevent mental health problems. Health workers need to have competencies to relate to young people to detect mental health problems early and to provide treatments which include counseling and cognitive behavioral therapy. So the adolescent should not wait or to get this counseling or cognitive behavioral therapy. Once they are feeling some difficulty or problem, they should approach. Adolescents should feel free to approach such centers. There are so many counseling centers or centers which is providing behavioral therapy. We should not hesitate to get help from those centers. The next issue faced by the health issue faced by the adolescents is substance abuse. Most substance abuse begins in adolescence. It includes smoking, drinking, drug use, etc. And substance abuse is a major factor in school failure, accidental injuries, depression, sexual promiscuity, and AIDS transmission. So, substance abuse can lead to all these. Harmful drinking among adolescents is major concern in many countries. It reduces self-control. One important effect of harmful drinking, it reduces self-control, and also it increases risky behavior in adolescence, and that includes unsafe sex or dangerous driving. So this harmful drinking, it is an underlying cause of injuries, violence, and premature deaths. It can also lead to health problems which affect later on in life, which affect our body and later on in life, and it will also affect the life expectancy. So increasing awareness of the dangers of substance use, building their competence to resist peer pressure and to manage stress in a healthy manner are effective in reducing adolescents' motivation for substance abuse. Next issue faced by adolescents is the tobacco use. Vast majority of the people using tobacco today began doing so when they were adolescents. So what can we do to reduce this? Prohibiting the sale of tobacco products to minors and increasing the price of tobacco products through higher taxes, banning tobacco advertising, and ensuring smoke-free environments are crucial to decrease the use of tobacco in adolescents. The next one health issue faced by the adolescents or during adolescent period is violence. Violence is a part of everyday life for many adolescents. That is a fact. So many adolescents are involved in violence because they are earlier we discussed they are when there is substance abuse. Most of the adolescents are involved in substance abuse in one way or the other, drinking or alcohol use or cigarette use or some other drugs, and that will increase the risk taking behavior in adolescence, and that will lead to violence. So these not only include physical abuse, this violence that not only include physical abuse but psychological, emotional, and sometimes sexual abuse also. And according to WHO, interpersonal violence is the third leading cause of death in adolescents globally, though its prominence varies substantially by world region. And it causes nearly a third of all adolescent male deaths in low and middle income countries. And globally, nearly 1 in 3 adolescent girls aged 15 to 19 years has been a victim of emotional, physical, or sexual violence perpetrated by their husband or partner. And life skills and social development programs for children and adolescents are important for reducing violent behavior. Also, timely psychological and social support can be given to them, so that will help these adolescents to cope up with the violence which they have experienced. So, timely psychological and social support can help adolescents deal with long-term psychological effects of violence and to reduce the likelihood of their becoming perpetrators of violence in the future. Then another issue faced by adolescents is nutrition. Malnutrition in early years of growth is responsible for widespread stunting. Stunting of growth occurs when there is malnutrition, and this stunting will affect various systems of the body. Stunting in growth that will affect various systems in the body, including the mental development, including mental health, or it will affect all the systems in the body. Stunting of the growth of the body. So malnutrition in early years of growth is responsible for widespread stunting and many other health problems throughout the lifespan. And this is best prevented in childhood. This stunting that can malnutrition when occurring in adulthood, in adolescent period also, it can cause some form of stunting, but it is actually the malnutrition which is occurring in the childhood which is continuing to the adolescent period. So it should be best prevented in childhood. Adolescence is a timely period to shape healthy eating and exercise habits. Adolescents, those people who are in this adolescent period, they should take effective measures to shape healthy eating and exercise habits, and that can contribute to physical and psychological benefits during the adolescent period, and it will reduce the likelihood of nutrition related chronic diseases in adulthood, because this healthy eating and exercise habits that is imbibed in this adolescent period, that will be continued to the adulthood also. And anemia is one of the key nutritional problems in adolescent girls. So we can tackle this anemia by preventing too early pregnancy, improving the nutritional status of the girls, access to nutritious food, by providing access to micronutrient supplementation, and by preventing infections in girls. Then iron deficiency anemia, that is the second leading cause of years lost by adolescents to death and disability in 2016 according to WHO. So for that, iron and folic acid supplements can be provided to girls so that their health can be promoted. And regular deworming in areas where intestinal helminths such as hookworm are common is recommended to prevent micronutrient deficiencies. When there is infection by these helminthic worms, that will cause micronutrient deficiencies. It will cause not only micronutrient deficiencies, it causes deficiency of most of the food substance, most of the food components. Deficiency will be occurring because all the food that is consumed by the child, that will be used up by the helminth worms in the intestine. So there will be malnutrition. So regular deworming can be undertaken to prevent micronutrient deficiencies as well as deficiencies in other components of food. And developing healthy eating habits in adolescence are foundations for good health in adulthood. So adolescents should take care that they develop healthy eating habits during adolescent period, and that will be continued. That habit which is developed in the adolescent period, that will be continued to the adulthood, and that will provide good health and prevent diseases. Various lifestyle diseases can be prevented by developing healthy eating habits. And reducing the marketing of foods high in saturated fats, trans fatty acids, free sugars or salt, and providing access to healthy foods are important for all, but especially for children and adolescents. Many boys and girls in developing countries enter adolescence undernourished, making them more vulnerable to disease and early death. That is one challenge faced by the adolescents. They enter adolescence undernourished. So, in the childhood period, the children should be well nourished so that they can lead a healthy adolescent period. And so we were talking about undernutrition or malnutrition, but at the other end of the spectrum, a number of adolescents are there who are overweight or obese. And these number of overweight or obese subjects are increasing in low, middle, and high income countries, in all the countries. The number of adolescents who are underweight, or not underweight, overweight or obese is at an increase. Globally in 2016, according to WHO data, according to WHO, globally in 2016, over 1 in 6 adolescents aged 10 to 19 years was overweight. Then next is about the eating disorder. Eating disorders are predominantly found in young girls. They tend to have an abnormal pattern of eating food for the fear of obesity and disfigurement. And certain diseases related with this is anorexia not diseases, these are certain disorders, eating disorders related with the abnormal pattern of eating food is anorexia nervosa and bulimia. Anorexia is a mental disorder in which the person believes themselves to be fat and develop an aversion to food. The person believes that he or she is fat and will develop an aversion to food. That is known as anorexia. And because of this, they resort to voluntary food restriction and purging to lose body weight. And this will lead to life-threatening weight loss in them. Then bulimia. Bulimia is a chronic morbid disorder in which the patient resorts to repetitive excessive eating followed by self-induced vomiting and purging. That is bulimia. Here, the patient or the person who is showing this disorder will eat excess food and that is followed by self-induced vomiting. And it is accompanied by a feeling of guilt, depression and self-disgust. And there will be wide fluctuation in body weight in such patients. Then next about physical activity, issues related to physical activity. Physical activity provides fundamental health benefits for adolescents. This is very important, physical activity. And physical activity provides many health benefits to the body, such as including improved cardiorespiratory and muscular fitness, bone health, maintenance of healthy body weight, and psychosocial benefits are there. It will enhance our mental health, enhance positive thinking. So physical activity is very, very important. WHO recommends for adolescents to indulge in at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous intense physical activity daily, which may include play, games, sports, also cycling, walking. And globally, only 1 in 5 adolescents are estimated to meet these guidelines, according to WHO. Prevalence of this inactivity, that is physical inactivity, is higher in female adolescents as compared to male adolescents. And to increase activity levels, countries, societies and communities need to create safe and enabling environments and opportunities for physical activity to all adolescents. Or adolescents should get involved in physical activities so that they can maintain health. Sexual and reproductive health. With physical and mental development, the adolescents have strong sexual urges and attraction towards members of the opposite gender during the adolescent period. This is normal. This is there in the adolescent period. This is there because of the increased production of hormones and the changes which are occurring in the body, physical changes which are occurring in the body because of the mental development. There are strong sexual urges and attraction towards members of the opposite gender, and it is very necessary to channelize these urges properly during this time, otherwise that will lead to various negative consequences. With physical and mental development, the adolescents have strong sexual urges and attraction towards members of the opposite gender, and it is necessary to channelize their urges properly during this time. It is important to furnish them with proper information. Not providing which they can easily be misled and engage in unhealthy activities. If not provided, if proper information is not provided, that will mislead the uh, adolescents, and that will make them engage in unhealthy sexual activities. So the adolescents should find proper information, or they should be given access to proper information regarding reproductive and sexual health. So if this information is not provided, or if adolescents are not finding proper information on reproductive health and sexual health, that will mislead the adolescents, and that will ultimately lead them engaging in unhealthy sexual activities. It is also important to furnish them with proper information and about this premarital intercourse that is on a rise among adolescents, mainly because many of them are ignorant about reproductive and sexual health. And in many cases, no contraceptives are also used during this premarital intercourse, and that will lead to unwanted pregnancy, contracting of sexually transmitted disease, another challenge faced by adolescents. In fact, many adolescents are ignorant about reproductive anatomy and use of contraceptives. And because of this, emotional crisis occurs in the adolescents. When a pregnancy is diagnosed and a decision to abortion is made, there is an emotional crisis. When the adolescent contracts sexually transmitted disease, STDs, then there is an emotional crisis and there is a breakdown. A crash is there, and that will lead to mental health problems like depression, acute depression, or chronic depression. So programs that aim to educate adolescents about sexual and reproductive health need to be combined with programs aimed at motivating them to apply what they have learned in their lives. Girls and women should be protected from sexual harassment in educational institutions, workplaces, and in other community settings. So girls and women should be protected from sexual harassment. There should be laws enforced to protect them from sexual harassment. Then about sexually transmitted diseases. It is a matter of great concern that millions of adolescents contract STDs each year, and many of these STDs are not curable. So many adolescents, they are ignorant about STDs. Many of the STDs, once it is contracted, it cannot be cured. There are STDs such. For example, syphilis at the latest stage, if it is not treated, and if it has progressed to the later stage, tertiary stage, then it cannot be cured. It ultimately lead to death. HIV or AIDS, it is not a curable disease. It is an STD, sexually transmitted disease. AIDS, it is not curable. So there are several sexually transmitted disease which is not curable. So all the adolescents need to be aware about these facts. So STDs are transmitted by sexual intercourse with infected persons, and many of them are not curable also. The major STDs are syphilis, gonorrhea, genital herpes, chlamydia, HIV infection. So sex hygiene, avoiding multiple sex partners, and use of condom are preventive measures for STDs, and also awareness about STDs knowing the scientific background about contracting the disease and the etiology of the disease, knowing the etiology of the disease, these are all very important to prevent adolescents from indulging in such activities. So abstinence from sexual intercourse and delayed initiation of sexual behavior are among the central aims of HIV prevention efforts for young people. Young people need HIV testing services that are accessible and appropriate. Those with HIV need treatment, care, support, and positive prevention services. Then educational problems, issues. So all the problems, issues that we discussed now, that will directly affect the education. Also the problems faced in education that will affect the other areas also. So this was all, it is related. Education and other issues that we have discussed now, that is related to each other. If there is issues in other areas, that will affect the education. If there is issues in education, if there is no proper education, that will have implications in other fields also. The adolescents will be ignorant about all the other aspects, and that will create issues in other fields that we have already discussed. In some cases, decreased interest in studies may be noticed when there is problems in other fields that we have discussed now, and that in turn may lead to development of problems during course of study. Due to many problems faced during adolescence, the boys and girls of the age group 8 to 16 form a separate category by themselves, and their problems are specific to themselves. And most of the problems they are facing or faced by them are perceptual. By timely and effective guidance, many of these problems can be solved also, and some of them need medical and psychiatric attention. And in India, the parents influence their behavior, thoughts, and are in position to solve many problems only if they have a positive approach. We earlier discussed there are again cases, there are misleading parents, teachers, friends, brothers and sisters. There may be, not always. Few are there who are misleading. So in most cases they are having a positive approach. The parents, teachers, elders, they will be leading in a good way, leading in a good manner. But there are again a few who are misleading also. So adolescents should not fall into their hands who are misleading. Adolescent Health Program in India. There is National Population Policy 2000, National Youth Policy 2003, National Curriculum Framework 2004, then National Adolescent Education Program, and also the government has launched another program called Adolescent Reproductive and Sexual Health Program under National Rural Health Mission (ARSH). And this focuses on the following as expected outcomes. That is, ARSH focuses on following expected outcomes: delay age of marriage, reduce incidence of teenage pregnancies, meet unmet contraceptive needs, reduce the number of maternal deaths, reduce the incidence of sexually transmitted diseases, reduce the proportion of HIV positive cases in the 10 to 19 years age group. And commonly observed other health problems are some other health problems commonly seen in adolescents are vaginal discharge, hair lice, headache, painful menstruation, irregular and excessive bleeding, dental problems, short sight, silent urinary tract infection, poor menstrual hygiene, and also psychological problems like emotional disturbances, depression, low self-esteem, anxiety over inadequate or excessive secondary sexual development. These are some of the commonly seen health problems. And some of the specific strategies undertaken by various governments of India are Kishore Shakti Yojana to improve health and nutritional status of the girls, Balika Samriddhi Yojana to delay the age of marriage, Nehru Yuva Kendra act as the health awareness unit through active participation of Youth Mahila Samakhya program to extend equal access to educational facilities for adolescent girls and young women. Then school aids education, training of rural youth for self-employment, reproductive and child health program. These are the various strategies taken by various governments of India. Then about WHO response, that is World Health Organization response to tackle the problems in adolescent period. In May 2017, WHO published a major report, Global Accelerated Action for Health of Adolescents, AAHA, guidance to support country implementation. It aims to assist governments in deciding what they plan to do and how they plan to do it as they respond to the health needs of adolescents in their countries. And this reference document targets national level policy makers and program managers to assist them in planning, implementing, monitoring, and evaluation of adolescent health programs. Overall, WHO carries out a range of functions to improve the health of young people. That includes production of evidence-based guidelines to support health services and other sectors, making recommendations to governments on adolescent health, and provision of high-quality, age-appropriate health services, documenting progress in adolescent health and development, raising awareness of health issues for young people among the general public and other interested stakeholders. These are the range of functions carried out by WHO to improve the health of young people. So, one thing the adolescents should do is that they should search for correct informations regarding various aspects that we discussed now. The actual reason behind various health problems should be the adolescent should understand the reasons or the causes behind the different problems that is seen in the adolescent period, and also they should seek the help of others, elders who are ready to help them, elders or parents or teachers or their siblings or the peer group members who can positively help them. Do not seek for help from those who are misleading. So thank you for patient listening. If there is any doubt, please let me know. You can post your doubts, and thank you.